Well, good morning to each and every one of you all. This morning we're going to have some challenges, as you can see. Definitely a lot of winds and a lot of conditions that I did not really expect according to the charts this morning. But we do have those conditions, as we do in life and everything else in life. We just do the best that we can, and therefore that's what we're doing this morning. Good morning to each and every one of you all, and welcome to beautiful Barbados. I'm going to be doing some manual turns this morning, so it might be a little jittery because this gimbal is not standing up to these conditions. So just work with me, enjoy, relax, and take in the beauty and serenity of Barbados. Good morning to you. It is the wind blowing, as you can see from the Skywater force field. She's blowing all over the place, but we're going to do the best we can. So good morning to each and every one of you all again. Before we start off our vlog, we're going to say our serenity prayer. Those who like to join us, please do so. All others will be back with you in a few moments' time. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Wow, starting the morning with a circle of love. What a better way to start the morning after serenity prayer. Alright, so as I mentioned, we're going to be blowing all around the place. I am trying to do this between manual and also with the gimbal. So hopefully we'll be able to get it held today in place. We can enjoy ourselves. Just to let you know where we are. I'll just come back around here a little bit. You can see the coconut trees just on that brim there. That is Little Bay. We're just between Little Bay and Cove Bay. This is in an exact area is known as Cuckold Point. Cuckold. Do not ask me how it got its name. I will just give you a little bit of something to think about that will make your brain stick a little bit. This is Cuckold Point, and just maybe a half a kilometer away is what is known as Gaze Cove. You can read into that as you wish. Just mention that we are talking about the points of interest. We're not saying anything that's not so. Okay, that is also known as Cove Bay as well. Cove Bay is a bay that is named after the actual cove, which is the plantation in this area. A lot of people call over in the distance here Cove Bay. You will see the war wagon. That's where I parked this morning and came across here at a sprint. Anyone in this area that saw smoke this morning, it was not smoke. It was the dust that was coming off of my heels as I came over here in lightning speed. Was running a little bit on the late side, as you can appreciate. This is the furthest point for me to drive from the south coast. Even further, the Animal Flower Cave, which is the northern tip, and that's because you have to come almost the Animal Flower Cave and then backtrack inland as though you go into Barbados through the back roads, and that's how you will get here. So if you are not familiar with this area, I definitely recommend that you put this into your list next time you come. This walk from here, from Cove Bay over to Little Bay, is absolutely unbelievable. We're walking the other direction. We're going to be walking back towards Cove Bay, but you have walked with us before when we did from up here where it was known as Paul's Point, where the war wagon is located, right through to Little Bay, and that was a while back. A long walk though. That took like an hour and 10 minutes of vlogging, so we don't do that in one vlog anymore. That was when we first started out. We want to show you as much as Barbados as possible. Talking about showing you as much as Barbados as possible, good morning to each and every one of you. The ones that have clocked on here for the first time this morning, or find our channel, or find this video somewhere later on in YouTube. Just like quickly introduce who we are and what we represent. We are the EMC family. We're better known as the EMC Gatherings, the beauty of Barbados through my eyes. I am the Bajan Warrior. Yeah, I like to talk a little bit about myself, just a little bit, and that's because obviously I want to give you all the vital information as based on Barbados, and I am the Bajan Warrior, of course. This morning is low tide, so we're going to show you a little bit more this morning. Just hold a second for me. Alright, absolute low tide is around 6 o'clock this morning, so it's about that right now. We're not seeing too much more right now, but you are seeing the lower elevations here that you would not normally see. I'm going to lock this off and see if I can show you that without it blowing completely out of focus. These lower cliffs you would not normally see with the high tide. Normally with high tide you wouldn't even realize that that outer band of cliff there is actually there. You can actually walk almost from Little Bay to here all on the lower cliff. If you ever take that adventure, please be extremely careful. There's no back door out here. If you're on this cliff area and you get caught on this cliff area, that is where you're going to be in trouble. You cannot get from down there up here except for go back to Little Bay. So if there are any rogue swells that are coming through, any big surges that are coming through, you are actually putting your life in danger. So don't walk these areas unless you're very familiar with them, or unless you're someone that is familiar of it. When I say that, I'm talking about the lower elevation, not where we are, of course. Alright, we're going to make our way, as I said, to Cove Bay. I have had some very strange readings this morning that we never had before when I've come through here and done my signal strengths and stuff. So we may lose a little signal. You see the dip there that's in the center. That's a little valley that we'll probably be going through. It depends on how we get there and the time it takes to get there, which is not going to be long, but we may lose signal there. So be prepared for some choppy signal today, but the only way to bring you out here and show you this here live is to take the chance of maybe losing the signal. As I said, I've never seen those low signal strengths in that section itself, so hopefully going back this way, as we're starting with a strong signal, it will maintain it, hopefully. A lot of you who have been to Cove Bay may not know out here exists. This is called the Landlock. This actual area here is known as the Landlock. It is really unusual. You see all these white cliffs when you're over on the east coast and the sun starts to rise. You will see all of these white cliffs here. I'll just show you what it looks like. As you will see, this is not solid coral formation. There are solid coral heads, as you would find like on the east coast that is in this cliff. However, most of this here is just like this, sort of like, and it's just compressed marl and chalk and silk and pieces of coral, little pieces of reef and stuff. So very, very loose. If you're walking out here on these cliffs, as we always like to tell you, or any of the cliffs in Barbados, please keep back a good safe distance. Remember, these cliffs all have overhangs. I'll just show you as we're going a little further on. There are quite a few of them that I can show you. Please do not step out there to get that photograph that you want to send home for your family, because you may not get it to your family. Exercise caution. If you go in, you see out here your next bay or next bay of entry. If you're unable to get on those cliffs and it's low tide, the lower ridge, I should say, would be at Little Bay. And trust me, this water you do not want to get caught in at all. That's for sure. It is dark. It is dangerous. It is currenty. You will get swept under the cliffs and stuff here quite easily. And then if you swim far enough out to get away from the cliff, you can quite easily get pulled into currents that we saw Cameron get pulled into, and he could not make it around the island on that occasion. So please be careful. Do not mess around with the sea out here on this side of the island for sure. The north and the east, leave alone. If you want to go in the southeast and it's calm, fine, but don't mess with the north and east, please. Beautiful rays, the promises of a new day, just absolutely glorious. Again, I'd like to say good morning to each and every one of you on board. Thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you for getting up. I know some of you have already started experiencing daylight saving time. So as the other ones come into effect this weekend, you know, if you can make it, make it. If you can't make it, there's no pressure. This whole thing with EMC is not to have pressure. It's to have peace and serenity. I don't want anybody waking up and jumping out of their bed when they're extremely tired or anything to just get out here, because trust me, there are going to be a lot of people on here. If you miss today, you're going to be missed, but you will make it tomorrow, hopefully, if God spares life, and you can do it tomorrow. It's no big deal, or whenever. Just come when you can. We'll be happy for your presence. We'll be happy to have your company for sure. All right, out here very rustic and stuff. If you've driven into Cove Bay, as I mentioned, or started to mention and then forgot, because that's because I'm trying to retain all this incredible information that's in my brain. If you're coming in and you see the mill wall on your right side and the horse paddock on your left side, we're actually on the north of the horse paddock. So what you're seeing there in the distance would be the Cove Bay area. You can maybe make out the mill wall just over the casuarina trees there. You will notice everything here looks like a spoiler on a vehicle. All the trees here are bent back because they get continuous winds on this side of the island. Nothing really grows straight out here. Everything goes at an angle. In the distance, you will also see the coral cliffs. That gives you an indication of how Barbados has risen over the years. The cliffs that we're presently standing on would have been those cliffs. I can't tell you how many thousands of years ago, but that would have been the coastline there you're seeing distance. That's all coral formation. If you've seen the photos of the rocks, which look identical to the ones in Bashaba and High Rock area, you would know what I'm talking about. This is all risen island. We've come out of the sea, we're a coral formation, and we are a growing island. So that is one of the elevations up there. If you ever go to Harrison's Cave, they have an amazing map up there. It's more of a model than a map, but it is a map of Barbados modeled, and it's also modeled in their elevations, and you can actually see the cliffs and stuff, how it has developed and risen out of the sea. So all that cliff area you're seeing there, I mean, at Cove Bay, that would have been pounded years ago by the ocean, and that's why you will find caves, lots and lots of caves in those cliffs out there. If you've never explored this area, you will find caves and everything out there, just as you will find up in St. John and St. Joseph and that general area as well. Still seeing a little bit of fresh sargassum over here. The south coast is looking beautiful now, as you all would have seen in our little teasers yesterday. I do not know really when this came in, but it's not a massive float, because in there was like a carpet before. It's now beginning to clear up somewhat. Let's go back over here, though, darker makers on, and have a little peep at this beautiful sunrise that's coming up. The low cloud allowed us this morning to get over here to take in this, because if there had been no low cloud, it would have been difficult for me to get onto the point. Looking back at this direction now, you will see what I was talking about, the overhangs of the cliffs here. You can see little shelves that are off of where the actual safe foundation is. So if you walk in any of those areas, as you will see, like this ground here, for example, I will show you. This is the type of material that makes up that cliff. It is not solid in any form or fashion. All of this is very loose. So be careful as you go in there to the cliffs, or as you're walking in this area. Make sure you have on your right attire. Don't come out here in a pair of slippers, because you will most definitely slide away. So dress accordingly, please. When you're coming to Barbados, you may not think you are going hiking, but I would recommend you put a good pair of hiking shoes in your suitcase, because when you come here and you view the vlogs that we have, you will see there's a beauty that awaits you that you may never have seen before. Only way to get this safely is to have on your right foot gear. I know people can say, well, I can walk out there barefoot. Like our surfologist, psychologist, who has a foot like a rock stone. Those of you all that want to run across here, fine. But the day that you run across here and make a misstep on this coral out here, you're going to get some serious cuts. And as everyone knows who's been cut by coral, it does not heal forever and ever. So you have to be really careful with it. Lots of blowing. I'm trying to keep it steady, but we did talk about that earlier on this morning. This is what we're going to experience. For those that are not familiar with what these white tubings are here in the cliff, these are what have been put in by the fishermen. That's so they can actually put their rods in these here rather than sit and hold them all the time. Securely place them in these. They can also put out multiple rods. So one guy doesn't have to fish with one rod. They can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rods if they want. And they can fish from the general area using these poles. You find these all over the eastern side. Well, actually right around from the southeast side now. From the time you get up by Chancey Lane, the hills up there, just below Paragon, etc. You will see these come into play. And a couple in the south, but mainly on the west. Sorry, mainly on the north and the east and the southeast. Woo! Well, our gimbal is really blowing, so we're going to do a little holding again. So if you're a little jittery, we're going in manual mode right now. For all of you that were on yesterday that had a whole set of nonsense to talk to me and thought, well, live broadcast, no live broadcast today where he can give us a strike. It's not the morning gathering. Well, trust me, there is an in need of a strike list. You were placed in that yesterday. Our Sea Great Police did not even know that she was in there yesterday. I had to let her know. That is an offensive comment, and therefore I'm giving you a strike today. So, Sea Great Police, if you come on, I just got watching on board. Let me tell you, I'm going to put one in your list. If you had 10 before, when you come back on, I give you the reading next night, you will see 11, because you get one whether you're on this morning or not. Actually, that's a little cruel. You have to come on and watch. I can't really say whether you're on or not, but all you gotta do is peep in here, and that is a mistake. I will see watching, and you're gone. Beautiful, beautiful morning. Alright, signal in this general area had dropped where we are right now. I am not sure where the actual cell tower is that we're receiving from, but it did drop this morning, so we're not going to waste too much time in this general pocket here where we are in this corner. We're going to see if we can pick back up the signal behind the paddock itself, and then we'll go from there. Hold on though, I realize something very serious. Y'all are not seeing me, so I need to see myself. So let me just make sure. I'll give you the good morning pose. And as you can see, I was fair to left-handers and fair to right-handers. I looked in both directions for you. And now I'll give you the full-on grin. Good morning to each and every one of you all. Right now, the only thing I'm smelling here is pure sea air. It's not tainted by anything. I mean, actually I would say there's a very slight taint of sargassum. Very, very slight. But actually I feel more northerly, more of where I am when I do smell that. So here we go. This is for you. And these are for me. I always believe in sharing evenly. So these are for me. Now you must be saying, how could he be sharing evenly when he gave himself 3? Because we have a committee. Our committee is made up of 3 extremely impressive and respected people. Me, myself, and I. So I had to give each one of them, an individual one. So that is how important they are. They make all the decisions, not like the false committee that they come on here with all kind of threats and stuff. The ones that I'm going to put a ban on soon. When I say I'll put a ban on them, I'm going to give them ticks beyond control. And when they come here, I'm going to serenade them for sure. Even if they have one tick and they have annoyed me, I will be singing for them. And if you all ever speak to my dancing partner, you can ask her and she will tell you I sing like a lark, beautifully, absolutely, absolutely stunning. Your ears will be caressed, your soul and your heart will be caressed, just like any voice. As you can hear, I have a good voice. Let's spin wrong again. Alright, so again, in the distance, this is the paddock you would normally see when you're driving into Cove Bay. Just so you get your bearings of where we are. As I said, you can walk from Little Bay side, or you can walk from the Cove Bay side. As you will see, there are some tracks out here. There are a lot of farmers in this area that have cows and stuff and sheep. So they would be using this area probably to bring water and feed to them. Not a place I would advocate driving. This is sort of like behind people's homes and stuff, so I really wouldn't advocate that. I know there are some people that do it, but I would definitely not recommend doing that. Beautiful, beautiful north. It looks as though we're in the country right now unless we do this. And then you know we are certainly not in the country. Is this not just gorgeous? The Landlock, make a note of that there. And your things to do when you come to Barbados, please come and take a walk out here. Remember, we're walking in the morning. It is cool breezes right now. It is absolutely lovely. We are going into the November, December, Christmas kind of time. What you call your winter months. This is our cooler months for sure. So it's a little easier to walk in these areas. However, I will tell you, if you walk out here at around 10 o'clock, anywhere between 10 and 2, you are going to be hitting some heat that you will not enjoy. So bring some water if you are doing it at that time. But I would recommend, again, if you're in Barbados, to put a couple of days aside and enjoy some of the sunrises that we have to offer as we are doing this morning. Remember, what you're seeing is nothing in comparison to actually being here. You're not feeling the wind blowing on you, as some of you can sense that, but you're actually not feeling the wind blowing on you. You're not experiencing sea spray all over your shades, glasses, or whatever in your eyes. You're not actually feeling any of that at all. It is an amazing feeling out here. Peace and serenity beyond words. Alright, I'm going to raise up the phone a little bit just to try and see if we can capture some kind of signal, because I said we are in some pocket areas. So you can see quite clearly through here where we are. That is the paddock that we had talked about just now. There's a lot of water has been collecting up here over the last couple of weeks. The pools up here are, I won't say full, but they're having a lot of water. I haven't seen that for a very long time. So that is really a good sign. You know, it shows us we're having plenty of rainfall. You can look at the lushness of this grass and you can see all the vegetation around here. You don't have to look at those foolish sea grape bushes. You can just look at the grass and look beyond them, look at the cliff beyond them. Ignore them, just think that they are a pocket of greenery. That is all you want to care about them. You don't want to even talk with them this morning. I am not in the mood to talk about nonsense, so we do not have to refer to any of those things as well. I don't know if you all saw the vlog on Sunday, but Mr. Impact thought that he would be his comical self and play Mobby when he started the broadcast live. Well, I will tell you, I am not at all happy with him, but no mind, he plays such great music. And as I tell you, we hire him for free. We do not pay him a cent, but he is the EMC master entertainer. He comes out every Sunday to please us, not anybody else, to please the EMC. As you may have heard, majority of people at Crystal Waters, when he said EMC, shouted out. We got some loudmouth people though, and some party animals like Mary and Jacqueline, etc. that were on the dance floor that made you feel there were like 100 people there from EMC. But that's just their bad behaviour that shines through. So we forgive them. They're part of the troublesome ones, obviously. Which is led by who? The co-star, believe it or not. So I'm looking forward to tangoing with her when she comes back, bringing her back on with us and do some interviews with her and put her shyness on the spot. Is this not just beautiful though? I mean, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to give you another 360 for this point. I will try and make it a circle of love, but if I feel like talking, you know I can do that for sure. So let us start off here. Here we go. For those of you that have gimbals, if you would like some lessons in how to stand into hurricane force winds with your gimbal, please give me a call. I come cheap, and that is not a bird, that is me. I don't charge anything to show you the art and the mastery. However, you will not get it done correctly because you are not the perfectionist like me. I am the Beijing warrior. Everything you do is perfect. I just brought you over here, although we did a 360 to show you how deep into the island this actually goes. From where we are, gives you a much better feeling of how deep this goes in from where we were. So as you can see, that is where we started out there in that point. And as you can see, this is a big inlet in the island, a very big inlet. There are a few of these here on the north side. There's one down by Cummins Bay as well, which is just beyond Little Bay, and a few others as well in that general area. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful countryside, and absolutely stunning scenery. Nature at its absolute best. I see a lot of people on here like they want some strikes this morning, but trust me, I got a brand new set of pencils and markers. Actually, I don't use pencils, that's not true, because nothing gets erased. Once you get into trouble, so this is sort of like a warning to the others who are right now what I call my goody two shoes. You all stay out of that book. That book is not something you want to be in. No, I'm not telling you company is not great company, but unfortunately they have been misled down the troublesome road by the troublesome one herself. And they continue to do that. Do not go in there, because if you get a tick and you're put into troublesome book, that is where you'll stay. I noticed that the billionaire feels, because he got a lot of money, that I'm going to stoop down and keep quiet for him this morning. But I saw him say he was going to be on his best behavior today. Mr. Giddens, you have never been on best behavior. You might have been on behavior, which would be bad behavior. So if you see a difference in your personality this morning, you will get a strike for trying to brung nose me. So please stay as you are. Don't make me have to give you a strike this morning, please, sir. Alright, this area is where we start to descend now. This went way up in the signal chart, so it does get very bad. So we may lose signal. If we lose signal, I will just come back on when we get to the other side and give you my farewells. I will most definitely give you farewells, but hopefully we will not lose it, or hopefully it will not be too bad for us in a couple of seconds time. So we're going to see how that goes. Lots of sunlight. This is how beautiful Barbados is today. Absolutely stunning scenery. Just want to bring you here to show you the back of the paddock area. I'm sure now you're beginning to see landmarks that you're familiar with if you've been down to Cove Bay before. Just beautiful. Again, better look at the cliffs here. You can actually see all of the caves in it. Just beautiful, beautiful scenery. You imagine a house on top of the cliff where those homes are, what kind of view they're getting this morning. Stunning. Alright, we're going to make our way back over to the section where we have to descend. Again, thank you all for coming out this morning. I just thought that it would be nice to come over here to see the sunrise. We're expecting a lot of showers later. I know you are on the island, do not want to hear that, but are saying that we should get some showers later on. And tomorrow, which is actually, I'll talk about all this when I get to the other side. Just taking the natural scenery, enjoy it as I run through here. I hope you all notice the speed that's going on here. I hope you all listen to the footprints. So I don't have all music in the background. That's all my foot flying. Very rough area to go through, as you can see. goat tracks. I wouldn't be walking in that trough because I nearly got a lot of broken rocks and stuff. So I'm just going on the grass section, the grass verge on the side. Remember, just keep your eyes open when you're walking on these cliff walks. The beauty will take your breath away. No, it's not my breath is away because I'm tired. It's because of the beauty. And as you can hear, I'm not breathing hard. Hold a sec. This is called a breathing break. We're back on track again. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful cliffs. I didn't see a loss of signal. Hopefully it wasn't bad. Hopefully it didn't get disconnected. But this is it. Beautiful Landlock. Stunning. So all you all people that are out there training, like my brother the chef who says he is doing his steps. I had to tell him yesterday, you do your steps, but if you come in and mess with me in Barbados, bring the entire staircase with you because a couple of steps ain't gonna work. You gotta bring everything that you got, brother. Look how beautiful this is though. Seriously, did any of you all know that this existed, the Landlock? This is a stunning location. All from here right down to the little bay, to North Point, well, right through River Bay, through North Point, down to Animal Flower Cave. Absolutely beautiful coastal scenery. If you can do it at low tide, all the better. Now that's the shelf I was mentioning to you earlier on. You can go around and see blowholes and stuff. I would not mess with that unless you were someone that's very experienced. As you can see, the waves are coming in. It's not a rough day. They're coming right over that even at low tide. So you must be aware of all these sea conditions. You do not want to get caught out there when that kind of surge is going on, because as I said before, unless you're like me that can climb that cliff backwards if necessary, I would definitely not venture around there. But remember, the stunts that you hear me talking about and the stunts that you're seeing sometimes, please do not chance these here. I am a certified, qualified and gold medal holder of all of the possible athletic things that you can think of. I am still creating stuff in my mind that I hold gold medals for. So you would know that I have them all, and before you can think of them, I will know them, and I will also gain that one as well. I am always fit. Hope you've enjoyed this little walk this morning. We're sort of like coming to the end here now. We're going to stop at Paul's Point, which is just up by the truck itself. But I just want to talk a little bit to you all about a couple of things. You know, it was running through my mind of whether I should get serious or not on a vlog. And you know me already. I'm always serious. I don't like making sport. But there are 7 sins that I like to remember in my life. They are lust, gluttony, sloth, wrath, which is hate or dislike, envy, pride, and greed. Remember, there are these 7 sins. They can be expanded on for you to know what they mean. So anyone that does not know what they mean, please look up the 7 deadly sins and realize that gossip is one of those. So you all, just remember that gossip is not good. Gossip is not a good thing. Anyhow, that is my serious side of it this morning. And now, as I can turn here and show you the beautiful side of it, because you couldn't already see the beauty of Barbados before, you're now seeing it. And in the background, we have a little sort of like semi-beauty just to finish off this morning. So that was my only serious comment this morning. I hope you all will live by peace and serenity and love for your fellow man. Remember, you don't need to put someone down to make yourself feel good. You have all the capabilities of making yourself feel good by just thanking God for everything that you have, for everything that you're blessed with. You know, be grateful for whatever you have and stuff. You don't need to bring people down to make yourself feel better. You are an amazing person. You just have to accept it in your heart that you're amazing and understand that God will forgive you for anything that you do, and that's how much He loves you. So if He can love you that much, can you not love yourself? Do you need to do anything to make yourself better? No, you don't. Just enjoy life. Be cool, be happy, be kind, and be peaceful. So from me, the Bajan Warrior, from all of our EMC family who come on in the morning to lift your spirits, lift their spirits, to find healing and also to give healing, we want to bid you all a farewell for now. We hope you've enjoyed today. Tomorrow is Docile Saturday. We have, I think, about 8 people that will be joining us tomorrow in total right now. As if they turn up, because you know, all these people say, I give me there, And then at 12 o'clock here, I might just go to bed. I was partying last night, I was at Oystons, etc., etc., etc. Well, I live in Hastings, and I still get up every morning, so don't tell me what Oystons or some Harbour Lights or something, because I am in Hastings and I still get up. So, and I party every night. You'll have a fantastic day. Remember, your friends around you, the people around you, are all human beings. They're all put here on this earth by the same God that put you, me, and everybody else here. There's no difference between us. Some of us have bigger, fatter wallets. Some of us have bigger, larger homes. Some of us have bigger, nicer cars. But that does not determine who the person is. What determines the person is their heart, their spirit, and their soul, and their love, and their care, and their affection, and the positiveness they can generate. So today, my aim is to generate as much light and positivity as I can to bring it to everyone around me. I can give you all the beauty in this world, but unless you see it, it doesn't make sense. So open your eyes, open your hearts, enjoy life, and be grateful for what you have, and give thanks and blessings for what you have, and bless those around you with what you can share with them, even if it's just a smile. Have a great day. I'm going to end off with our last official circle of love. I just want to take you over here and let you see the lake does have water in it. This is where they feed the cows, or give the cows water and stuff. This is just one of the feeding holes. As you would appreciate, most of the time this water is right up to top level. It's not there at the moment, but it's still a lot more than we have seen over the last couple of years, I would say, consistently as well. Not just here and then dries up quickly. So from beautiful, beautiful Barbados, from myself and from everyone else here that's in the EMC this morning, we bid you farewell, live in peace, live in harmony, and remember, be happy, be grateful for what you have. There are millions of people out there that will not eat today. Millions of people that can't see sunlight because of bombs and dust coming down on them. Millions of people that don't know what they're going to do tomorrow. So live for today, enjoy life, be happy, and share it with all of those around you. Love you all. See you all later.